Alright guys, welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be playing Anime Last Stand. This is my first video on this game. But I'm definitely not new to this game. As you can see, I'm level 112, so I've been playing this game for a while now. But I think I'm going to be posting a lot more of this game on this channel. Sort of like a replacement for Anime Adventures, because as soon as I posted that video, the devs kind of just like gave up on the game and just let it die, which was kind of sad because a lot of people were waiting for that game to come back, and when it finally did, the devs couldn't keep up with the other games. So on this video, we're gonna just be showcasing all the HxH update units. Well, everyone but Speed Hero, because he's not really a HxH per unit anyways. At least he's not from the anime. I think he's from, if I remember correctly, he's from One Punch Man or something. I haven't watched One Punch Man or HxH. So if I butcher the names or don't know the names of the characters, it's not my fault. But I do have all of the characters. Or I thought I had all the characters. Wait. Yep, Killua, Needle Assassin, which I think is Gon's brother. I'm not sure. We have Krollo, and yes, I got glitch on a couple of these units out of pure luck. You have Kurapika. We have Hisoka. And then we also have Gon. How can I forget about Gon? He's like the main character, so. This is my second time recording the video. The first time my audio didn't capture properly, so I have to redo this video. But yeah, this update, hopefully after I upload this video the game doesn't die, because a lot of people weren't a fan of this update. Like, the player count dropped drastically because the event is so hard to do. If you guys want to get Hisoka, you literally have to get every single unit from this update, and I'm not even joking. Look at this. If we look at this update bounty, I literally had to do and get every single unit just to get Hisoka. And guess what? They're updating the game tomorrow, which is why I'm actually even recording this video again, because I was too frustrated to record it again. But they're adding a new godly. I think it's from JoJo, which is interesting because it's the first time where one anime will have two godlies in the game. So JoJo will have two now with Dio and Johnny. But then they also said that they're actually gonna make, if we look here, they're making the quest easier, a lot less grindy, which, are we serious? That's after I've already gotten all the units, so, but it's whatever. So we're here with the first unit, which is this Needle Assassin. In my opinion, I think Needle Assassin is probably the worst unit of the whole update. Worse than even Hero Hunter, Speed Hunter, whatever that capsule unit is from One Punch Man. Because Needle Assassin's damage output without any buffs right now is at 203 million. Now that, compared to like the units we've been getting from like the past couple of updates, is super like horrible damage wise. Like if I do both the buffs, right, he's only doing a whopping 285 million. His damage output is not worth it. Not to mention he's a single target unit. However, his SPA is only 1 second, so I'll give that to him. And then he actually has a pretty interesting ability. This Control Freak ability basically allows your Needle Assassin to get 50% more damage if you do it correctly. Well, actually, you don't have to really do anything because it's a passive, but And then he actually has a manual ability, which to me doesn't make sense because I feel like this ability just sucks. It disables that ability that can give you up to 50% extra damage, and it only boosts your range and then makes it so your attack can hit like 5 units at once, which doesn't really like make up for the 50% extra damage you could be gaining. So, and it's sort of like Goku's ability where it's active till you use it again. So like currently the range and the 5 unit is active, but this passive is no longer available, which without the passive I don't think it's worth it. So me personally, I wouldn't get this unit, and I don't think, well, you kind of have to if you want Hisoka, but I wouldn't use this unit ever, or like roll good stats on it, or like get a good technique, because it's not worth it, guys. So that's the first unit. He's a total bust. Second, we'll test out Killua. This is the second Killua they have in this game. And I think they both do the exact same. They're both stun units. One's just tradable and limits, and the other's not. I don't know why they basically made another dupe of the same unit. I don't really understand the thought process behind that. But this unit, so he's like Needle Assassin in a way, where his damage output is not that good. He's actually pretty bad too. However, he's a water unit, and his starting damage for a water unit, 1 million, is pretty good. I would say he's a good starting water unit for like raids and stuff. But other than that, he isn't that good. He just stuns, and this, I guess this ability just like this ability basically stuns everybody and makes him do more damage. But he has less SPA but more range, so the ability is nothing crazy. I would only get Killua if you really need a water unit, but there are better options like Noel, Garp. I would even say the godlies like Goku or Gaara are even better, so I wouldn't recommend getting Killua either. Well, you need to get all of these units to get Hisoka, or at least currently, until they like make it a lot less grindy tomorrow apparently. So, but I would not recommend using Killua for anything. Moving on, we have Crollo. Crollo, in my opinion, is really good. He has about 651 million with both buffs, right? Damage, it's alright. It's not like Sun Jinwoo or Sid level, right? But the abilities are what makes him like insane. So his first ability, Light and Dark, basically when you use it, it basically applies the unstable effect to all enemies within range, and then it gives them one of two effects: light or dark. If they get the light effect, with either way, Crollo starts doing 200% more damage, right? But if they're light, they get the burn effect, and then if they're dark, they get the fear effect. The ability is interesting and cool, but the ability that makes Crollo really good is actually this one right here, Skill Thief. And what it does, it steals another unit's ability, right? Well, first you need 300 takedowns and like 150 billion damage with them, but after all that, he basically can steal any unit's ability or like copy it. This includes global global cooldown abilities too. The only problem that I would say Krollo has is that if you copy a global cooldown ability, your damage gets nerfed by like 75% for like a couple minutes, I think. So be very careful when you deal with this unit, but I will test it out for you guys. So if I use Skill Thief, right? Well, it didn't work. Am I doing? It has been. Oh, I messed up. So basically, if I use Killua's ability in this guy's range right here, once I get it, or maybe not Killua's because his ability takes way too long to get. So if I use Transfiguration, right, and then I use Skill Thief, nope, it didn't work again. Huh. Then we have Ichigo here to clean up any units that these guys fail to kill. But that's interesting. I don't know why it didn't work. Here, I'll try it one more time. So I'll try the light and dark. See, look. They have burn or they have fear. Or everybody in range had burn or fear. Okay, so Godspeed Whirlwind. I use this ability, right? Now I should be able to copy the ability. I don't think it worked again. I have total damage and total kills. I'm not sure why it's not working. Oh, it needs bookmarks. How do you get bookmarks? I didn't even see that, guys. Okay, but you guys get the idea of how this unit works. Oh, so it'll get bookmarks like over time using its passive fish stun ability, and when you have enough bookmarks you can use Skill Thief and it will copy an ability, which I think is really cool and useful for like Infinite and tournaments and stuff like that, because you can literally copy nukes. But yeah, so out of those first 3 units, I would only recommend getting Krollo. The other 2 are kind of mid. Killua is good if you want a starter water unit, but other than that, I wouldn't recommend getting either one of them. So let's move on to the other 3 units. Okay, so the next unit we're going to be showcasing is Gon. Before we even start showcasing these 3, I already know all 3 of these units are like worth getting. Hisoka, especially if they're going to make it easier, I would recommend you guys get. I wonder if Hisoka is still bugged, because if you guys, well, some of you guys might have known that Hisoka was actually bugged, and anytime he hit a unit, it would like fling the units or send them flying. I have a video clip of it somewhere in here. Yeah, it's right here. Where is it? Right here? No, it's not right here. Right? Right here. Ready. So when you place that, so basically, I was recording this to send to like the bugs in the server. But yeah, when you used to place down Hisoka, this was me trying to get worthiness. I couldn't do it because he would just fling the units and you would instantly lose the match. So I haven't actually even tested out Hisoka properly. So we're all gonna learn together. Let me activate the two buffs before we test out Gon actually. So this is gonna have glitched on him as well. Actually, I really like this update and got glitched on like all the ultimate units for some reason. I've never gotten that lucky before, but I'm not complaining. So Gon, he's full AoE. He's a great nature unit. He does around 2 bit, we'll say 1.7 with glitch. His ability right here basically gives him more damage for every killer like takedown he gets, and there's no cap to it, so you can literally get. You guys see that there was 5 billion on it. He hit 5 billion. Then he actually has a second hidden ability, so when he does 5 hits while this ability is activated, he gets an ability like Sun Jin Woo. Sun Jin Woo's Rebirth, right? Where he kills like almost everything on the map, because I think it does like 1 trillion damage. But then it also, well, Sun Jin Woo deletes everything on the map. Well, he only does 1 trillion to everything on the map. Which makes sense, because Sun Jin Woo's a godly, which is like really hard to get. All this guy's just a summonable unit, so. But basically, this ability does, it disappeared, but. See, it says on the 5th attack, it gains the end ability, so basically, it does 1 trillion damage. And when you use it, it deletes Gon. It's like a big nuke, and as you can see, Gon's really worth getting. He's so easy to get because he's a banner unit. He was doing 5k damage. That could be very useful for tournaments, infinites, raids, practically anything. He's just an overall good nature unit, so I would highly recommend him. Next, we'll showcase Kurapika, because Kurapika, is that how you pronounce its name? Kurapika, or is it Kurapika? I don't know. He's a great fire unit with both the buffs, Glitch and Glorious. He does 2.5. We'll say without Glorious, he does only like 2 billion. But yeah, I would say Kurapika is another unit that is worth getting. He's a really good fire unit. They've been adding a lot of fire units. Definitely better than Guts. I'm not sure if he's better than Shanks. Maybe he is. But it's the abilities that you guys want to look at. He has actually 4 different abilities. I don't know why I exited out, but he has 4 different abilities. For some reason, the 4th one isn't showing. I don't know how to make it show. There's another one that's like a yellow icon in here. It pops up sometimes. I think there's like a requirement for that one. But yeah, he has 4 different abilities, and each one of these abilities has its own cooldown. Gel Chain, self-explanatory. It stuns, slows, or, you know, restricts the enemies from moving. Steel Chain, I don't really understand what Steel Chain does, like even reading it or using it in game. I don't understand what it means by Steel Status Effect. Like, why would you steal the status effect from an enemy? I don't really understand. And then we have the Dowsing Chain. I think this is like the best or second best one, because basically depending on what type of unit it's fighting, whether it's like sprinter or slow or like other ones, it gets a special like buff, and I think that's really good. Trying to see how you get the 4th one so I can show you guys. Maybe if right here, Judgment Chain, guys, right here. This is the best one actually, because this thing just instant kills any enemies that have 30% HP, except bosses. And then it can only be used 1 time per its like passive ability, but the chance of having to like instantly kill any unit below 30% HP is really useful in my opinion. Even though it's a 1.5% chance, I would still say Kurapika with just these three abilities are insanely good, or is insanely good, and is a unit that is definitely worth getting. So yeah, I would recommend you guys get this unit. So the last unit we're gonna we saw him get 3 billion at that time. The next unit we're showcasing is Hisoka. I'm not sure if he's still bugged. Okay, Hisoka's not bugged. That is good. So with both the buffs, he's doing 922 million, 955 million. Almost a billion damage as a slow unit. Like, guys, Hisoka is a slow unit doing almost a billion damage. That is insanely good. He's like a mix between a support unit and a DPS. His ability... Okay, so his ability just stuns units and then rewinds them, sort of like Law's passive. And I think Hisoka is probably like the second or third best slow in the whole game. Look at that. That's what his ability literally does, damage and rewinds them. He even hit a billion. Look, he's at a billion right now. I think Hisoka's probably top 3 units in this whole update. The slow's really good. The grind's a pain to do, but I would definitely recommend you guys get Hisoka, only because he's limited, so he can have a lot of trading value, especially him being like the best slow in the game. The value is going to be high, and they're making it easier to get tomorrow, so yeah, I would definitely recommend you guys get this unit. And his ability cooldown is only like 70 seconds, so it's really easy. You can basically spam this during like an infinite game or tournament game, you know, which is why it's really useful. But yeah, overall from this update, I would recommend you guys getting Gon, Kurapika, Chrollo, and Hisoka. Basically all the ultimate units are decent and good. I would not recommend getting Needle Assassin, but you kind of have to get Hisoka. I wouldn't recommend using him. There we go. And then for Killua, if you guys need a water unit, get it. It's good for starting, but I wouldn't say he's like a must-have, because there are definitely way better units you guys can do. But yeah, that's it for this video. I'll upload a video of me getting the new Godly with like me actually doing the steps, because I feel like that's much more entertaining than watching a unit showcase. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, like and subscribe and comment below, because I'll keep uploading this game if you guys enjoy it. And if you want to see other anime games, comment them down below, whether it's on Roblox or other platforms like Steam or Epic Minigames, the App Store, you know, one of those. I will try them out if you guys do comment them. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one.